Hello, Lakers fans. This is Wilson. As always, I'm joined by my four prestigious co-hosts, Shane Christopher Murray, Jason Big Mitch Mitchell, Vito Hill, and David Galvis. Tonight, obviously, we're going to get into Lakers being down 3-1 to the Timberwolves. Then
I
we're
don't
going to
like
talk
being
about,
screenless.
Shane Murray having. It's better than last week. Last week, you couldn't even get on. So, at
We're
least
moving in
it's
the right
right.
direction,
Right.
definitely.
Maybe
It's
next week.
tourist season.
Maybe all right. Maybe next week we'll be
Ah,
back to
that's
this.
why you saying that. It is Taurus season. Okay.
And then,
The bull.
so we're gonna talk about the NFL draft and Shedeur Sanders falling in the fifth round, and then we're gonna close with this a Sinners movie review.
Lame season.
All right. So,
Taurus. Hey, Wilson.
uh,
Wilson. Why would we run
My
down the hill?
birthday
Why
week.
not
Show some
walk down
respect,
the hill
nigga.
and fuck them off?
I don't understand what you mean by that. Give me
Well,
that.
it's Taurus is the bull, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, never mind. Go ahead. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know
You
anything
you got
about
it.
the signs, but yeah, Lakers down 3-1, man. The only thing I have to say, I did a little solo thing because I didn't know if we were going to record tonight. And the thing I did some digging and some research, and what I found is that going back to the Denver series in the conference finals, right in 2023, that's 13 playoff games the Lakers have played. In the last 13 playoff games, seven of those games, the Lakers have either had a lead or trailed by 5 points or fewer to enter the fourth quarter, and they are 0-7 in those games. So we see it. We see it again in this series. Game three, they were it was we were down two or maybe up two, I forget. And we were tied. It was tied at 103, right? Minnesota scored 13 of the next 14 points to win the game, right?
Hmm.
Then last night we're up 10 to start the fourth quarter. We're up two with three and some change left, and we
Wow.
still lose the game. So, it's just a bad look. And I just want to know how you guys are feeling about it as the Lakers on the brink of elimination. It's Monday night right now. Wednesday night, we'll see if they can extend the series and send it back to Minnesota. Who wants to go first? And if nobody volunteers, I'll pick someone randomly.
Why don't you pick?
Shay Murray, you go first.
Ah, yeah, Shane. Go ahead, Shane. You missed the show last week. Start us off.
Um, yeah.
Good
Every-
start.
Damn.
Shay Murray never started before, I don't think.
Uh,
I mean, what it is there to say other than you need to get a win as best as you can, one game at a time. The only good thing I'll say about all this is they play at home, and then if you force a game seven, it's gonna be at home. So you got the top top five best home records in the league. And for whatever reason, they become a different team on the road. So you gotta figure out how to get a win on the road. And JJ gotta figure out who can he trust off his bench. Because you cannot play five players. I don't care how good your lineup is. That five-man lineup is the whole most of the game, and especially when you have a 40-year-old in that. Like, you gotta be able to trust somebody. And unpopular opinion, I feel like eventually you're gonna have to give Connect a shot, and I would give Marquis Morris a shot. Yeah, I'll let you get y'all laughs out. Get y'all laughs out. I'm dead ass.
Who's coming off the bench? Morris.
I'm dead ass.
The only problem with that is how do you know which Morris twin it's gonna be?
I mean,
but
you
he
don't.
hasn't played
You
all season.
Jackson Hayes ain't giving you shit, and I feel like
Jackson Hayes got somebody put they. Oh yeah, when I seen in the first quarter Uh, uh, what's your boy Randall? Randall put his damn shoulder
Shoulder
in
right
that
into
man
his
chest.
chest. Yeah, he
That
really
man chest caved that man. I said, "Oh my God,
did.
But yeah, Jackson
Jesus."
Hayes ain't giving you shit. Rory is compromised because of his mask, and he still ain't healthy for the past injury. So anything you get from him is a bonus. So um, if Marquise, whatever, if it's nothing more, he gonna give you physicality. He can still shoot the three, and he can still give you something inside. Nothing else. I mean,
Awesome.
he'll be better than Jackson Hayes right now. So that's where I'm at with it.
Hey, Mary, before I forget, because Mitch mentioned something at the end last week. He said he wondered what you would say if he asked you who was better, LeBron or Sean Kemp. Shane Murray, what do you have to say?
Oh, that's right.
Who was
Well, who's
better, you
better? Better between LeBron and Sean Kemp?
think?
Sean Kemp.
Yes.
Classic. He fell right into the trap, right? Amazing.
Go ahead, get it.
All right, yeah. Well,
Amazing.
now that we got that out the way, let's not get sidetracked.
You
Uh,
welcome. Merry Christmas.
all right, who wants to go next? How about
Merry Christmas.
look on the look? We gotta go. And
Tourist season.
Shane and Mitch are like Big Poppy and Manny Ramirez. Like you gotta go one after the other. So Mitch, can you please clean up after Shane?
Oh man, always gotta clean up after the young fella, huh? Um,
Tourist season.
you know,
Do you have stamina like a bull, Shane?
oh my goodness.
That's what she said.
Did she? Then why didn't she come back? Anyway, hold on. Let's not get sidetracked. Let's not get sidetracked.
Matrix think
Don't
she
even
left.
respond to that. Don't even respond to
Oh,
that. I was just
right,
kidding.
Shane. She ain't gone, huh? Anyway.
Please. Anyway,
I think you got it as
um,
world.
what do you say?
How you think you got in this world? You ain't nobody's daddy, Shane. Here you go with that.
Exactly.
Calm down, boy.
Hold
It
on.
is.
First of all, brother, you scared to go raw, so I know you ain't nobody's daddy. What the hell are you talking about?
Ah! Yeah, that was a bar.
Man,
Cause
first
that's
of all,
for
and,
sure.
and second of all, you better listen, brother. You better just keep on. You need to sit there and just keep on being nice to Dice so you can get some loving after the show.
Oh,
Okay, you better
Stop it.
stop messing with me. You better stop
Stop it.
messing with me.
Tourist
It's
season.
it's a
all right. Go
shame.
ahead, Mitch.
It's a shame his camera isn't on for this.
You
Man,
That's
lucky it ain't on for this.
crazy.
You ain't lucky it ain't on.
probably
Damn.
break the screen. No, man. I mean, listen.
What you forget? What you
Uh,
forget?
I feel like I feel like JJ's definitely committed to the small ball. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's like it's effective at times, but I mean, it's super dependent on us making shots. We're able to get stops, but it just over the course of these 4 games so far, we just haven't been able to sustain it over a full game. So I feel like the person he needs to give more minutes to is actually the aforementioned Jackson Hayes. I know he's been in he hasn't helped himself because he's been in a little foul trouble. Like last game, the man played 3 minutes and already had 2 fouls. But I mean, but damn, man, we need rim protection. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we have really good wing
You said that.
defenders.
You said Anthony. You said Anthony Davis. What?
Jackson Hayes.
Oh no, I thought you said rim protection. Yeah, I thought you were.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Well,
never
no, I
mind.
mean, yeah, we need rim protection, and at the moment, Jackson Hayes is our best rim protector. Um,
Our only.
That's not saying
our
much.
well, yeah. So exactly. So he's our best rim protector. So yeah, man, it just feels like Ant is able to get to the rim, pretty much at will. And media can say whatever the hell they want. It's not just Luka getting blown by. Like he's blown by anybody that's in front of him really. Um, and to defend our goat Luka, I mean he's there he's been playing solid defense. Nobody's going to confuse him with a lockdown defender, but I mean, a lot of possessions. He's staying in front of his man. He's getting stops. He's making the right plays on defense. Um,
You're forgetting somebody.
okay. Anyway,
Wait, so you saying like he hasn't even opened up his defensive side yet, but
no,
Jay?
I'm saying he has, and I feel like he's playing, solid defense for what he's not the quickest, the quickest of foot. So he's doing the best he can. And there are times where he's able to stay in front of his man. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's tough to play the same five for the whole second half. They gutted it out though, but yeah, it's that's tough. So I definitely think Jackson Hayes should get a little bit more minutes, just to give us a little bit more, just to give us some more rim protection to deter Ant. Just a little bit more, just a little bit more. Just to buy ourselves some time. I do think that uh, that lineup is our best five. Luca,
It
LeBron,
is.
Rui, AR, and Dorian Finney-Smith. But yeah, I think Jackson Hayes more minutes. Fuck it. I think Vando a little bit more minutes too, Loki. I think Vando's out there. Vando's out there playing amazing D. He gives us excellent energy. Um, but game game five coming up. It's at this point, it's almost to the point where it's like you can throw out the X's and O's. Like you gotta it's time to show up. Like you got to show up for 48 minutes, lock into the game plan. There's no more surprises. We know what they're gonna do. We know what we're gonna do. It's really just man, just take control and like be the superstars, be the team that you are at this point. Like it's not too much that you can game plan more other than like I said, giving Jackson Hayes more minutes, Vando some more minutes maybe. Um,
Austin got to be Austin.
but just I mean, yeah, next game it's really literally gonna come down to probably just making shots, bro. Make shots. Gabe Vincent, I need Miami Gabe. I need Miami Gabe on Wednesday. Dorian Finney-Smith, he got to knock down shots. Don't you worry about Austin. He
Nah,
obviously showed up late for
Austin got
work.
to be
Shut the hell
Austin.
up. It's not your turn. It's not your turn. It's my turn. Don't you disrespect Austin on my watch. Austin did not show
Austin,
up. Shut up. It's not
Austin
your
been
turn.
All
You
right,
MIA.
had your time.
Austin been
You
MIA.
had your time. You
Shane,
had your time.
Austin's been MIA, dog.
You had your time,
Shane,
Jabroni.
Austin's
what
been
do you
MIA.
want
You
the man to
had your
do?
time, Jabroni. You
What,
had
what
your
do,
time.
wait, Jason, I
Shut
just want
up.
to know what is Austin supposed to do with limited? Okay, if Luca's going to be Luca,
Uh-huh.
Austin can't be Austin with fucking limited shots. The boy needs the ball in his hands,
He
man.
can't go. He can't go
To
scoreless.
me,
He can't
to
go
me,
Well,
scoreless.
hey,
that wasn't
okay,
a
I got
problem
you.
when
I
they
no,
got
no,
the
no.
third seed.
I'm saying what I'm saying is, doesn't Austin remind you of Luca a little bit though? Like they kind of have identical games. It's weird, bruh. And it's like they both need, in the
I
sense that
mean,
they both need the ball. They both
Oh,
need the ball to be successful, bro.
eh,
yeah.
it's the same thing about him and D'Lo. I mean, how many times we gonna keep
No, no,
making
no,
that
no.
argument?
Don't
I'm
do
just
that
going off of
because
the way that they.
Austin may have been late to work, but he showed up to work. Like,
Yeah.
He-
yeah, don't do that.
He's
That
the
man, that
earlier in the
man,
season,
that,
Austin. We
that
Okay.
man,
need
So,
the
that
last
man
but
few
came out
Jason,
games.
firing.
answer this, Jason. How how do you take the ball? How do you give the ball to Luca Moore and expect Austin to be Austin? Do you take the ball out of Luca hands to give Austin more touches? Like, or is Austin just supposed to be ready mentally to be a spot up shooter? Like, what is he supposed to do to
Both.
become
That's
himself?
on
Honestly,
that's
both.
on Jada to
When
create some
did
offensive sense.
when did your name become Mitch? I'm so confused by that. He asked me, not you. You always doing that. You always answering questions for everybody else. I asked Galvez a question the other day, and this fool gonna answer him. Like, what the hell? You get out of here.
It's
Anyway,
Taurus season.
nobody cares.
Everybody cares.
No, they don't.
Everybody cares. Friday.
Go ahead, Jay.
No,
Can you answer that question? What
it's
the
got to
fuck
be
is going?
both. It's got to be both. He's got to be ready to spot up, but at times he can take over. Like Luca can spot up too. You know what I mean? Like they can literally take turns.
It
And old
wasn't a
man
problem
Braun
during
can
the
get his
regular
off the
season.
glass.
Yeah,
It
they
wasn't a
they were
problem
able to
during the
make it
regular
work in the
season.
regular season. Why all of a sudden in the
Exactly.
playoffs?
Yeah.
They,
Like right. Like
yeah, I think JJ he put all his eggs in one basket. He swung for the fences and he missed. He was probably like, "All right, we're gonna have 3 days off,
yeah.
and if we could go back
Get
2-2,
this one out.
we pretty much got the series on lock." Which I believe it too. If we had won
Yeah.
Game 4, there's no way Minnesota was gonna win 2 out of 3, 2 games at Staples.
Right.
So that's what he was thinking. My problem was you have. Would you say Austin Reeves is Austin Reeves, Luke, and LeBron are what, the top 5 players in the series, right?
Yeah.
The
Okay,
three of the best 4
you
or
could even
5.
say 3 of the best 4, right?
They're
How
three
is
of
it
the best
that
four.
2 to 3 minutes left in the third quarter when you kind of got the game not under control, but you got a good lead? You're not resting one of the 3 players at least a minute here, a minute there. You know, just come out for 30 seconds, come out for a minute. Maybe you don't got to sit down, sit at the scores table, just take a breather. You know, he didn't do that. All of a sudden, Gabe Vincent, which second half of the season, 80% of the time, he was Miami Gabe Vincent. And then you don't put him in. You don't trust him enough to give Austin Reeves 3 minutes, 2 minute breather. You don't trust Vando to to sub out for Dorian Finney-Smith for 2-3 minutes. Like there was no reason for them to play 24 minutes second half with no subs.
Yeah.
No,
Like you
no
said
reason.
though, I think he was swinging for the fences, and I feel like in the moment I agreed. Hindsight's 2020, right? But I
Yeah, of
mean,
course.
in the moment, I feel like the logic is like, I mean, it's just like you said. I feel like the logic was sound, and
Yeah.
I thought I
It's like when
I I thought we had the game.
yeah.
So it
It's
it
like when you
sucks that we
leave a
didn't.
pitcher. It's like when you leave a pitcher in for too long, one inning too
Yeah.
long, and he gets rocked. You know, he I wouldn't say JJ's getting out coached, but down three
A little
one.
bit
Are
he
we are
is,
we are we getting
particularly on
outplayed?
offense.
Are we getting outplayed?
I have never
We getting
seen
no. We
uh,
just it's just a physical series and it's waning.
people opposing teams have been chanting. You know when they used to go beat LA, right? Timberwolves, their fans are not doing that, but the as Rockets as their crowd is, and the way the Timberwolves are playing, you can just tell, man, it's just another one of those things where it's like beating the Lake. Like the Timberwolves are playing harder in this series than they played last year when they made the conference
It's
finals.
crazy,
You know, like
dude. They're
bruh,
hyped up from the beginning.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know what it is. Lakers and fives. It was all the Lakers and five stuff. I think
But then also,
that might have hyped them up a little bit.
I mean,
you
you
know,
forgetting Julius was former
right?
Laker.
Exactly. He that's on his mind. You know, um,
He wants
Yeah.
revenge.
Yeah. But it
What kind
just
of season does he have if he doesn't get hurt? His the first after the When did he get hurt? The first game of the season or the second game of the season
his rookie
as a
year.
rookie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He broke his leg the first game of
first
the
game of the season.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But I
What
think
kind of
but I
year do
think
you
with
think he
but I
was
think
gonna
with
have?
but I think with Randall, it came to a point where like we knew what kind of player he was. He was never gonna be like a true all-star. We just knew he was gonna be a really good player. So You know,
He did become an all-star though.
He's playing all world in this series.
yeah, just
He
this series.
is. If he doesn't break his leg, is he still a Laker today?
No, they would have had to
No,
give him up for Anthony Davis at least if they would have kept him.
Okay.
But he
Uh,
left, because LeBron came. So I mean,
here's
Yeah.
my here's my question is, um, Vito mentioned something that made me wonder. Oh yeah, so about he mentioned AD. Is this a better matchup for us if we don't make the Luka trade?
Hell yeah. The
yeah,
fuck? They not scared. What? AD put fear in motherfuckers' hearts. Fuck all that, man. Bro, AD was playing at an MVP level to begin the fucking season, dog. You want to know how I know? I had the motherfucker in my starting fantasy. And
but
I'm telling you,
at the same time, if you don't make the Luka trade, you might not get the Timberwolves.
Right, because he got hurt. AD got hurt, and
yeah.
yeah,
so
He
he,
who
might
knows
get a
where
he
lower
did.
seed.
who knows where
You're
we're
no,
gonna
no.
be
You're
this
look. Look. I don't know. I can't answer that truthfully,
He might be an eight
but
seed right now.
right. But
But maybe he
at
doesn't get
least
hurt.
he. Bro,
Yeah,
you never
maybe.
know. He puts fear. He put fear into people's hearts, into players' hearts. Like you're not just going down there in the key, like they're doing now. Like, there's no fear. Well, who are they scared of to go down in the key? You got LeBron having to clock back the time, and he's blocking shit. But it's just like, dude, come on. AD
you
was
know,
our defensive
you know what else?
presence.
You know what else is weird is that the Timberwolves were probably better last year, but for this matchup, they might be more dangerous with Randall because of the physicality, because of how they're attacking the basket. This cat
Hell
may be
yeah.
standing out
Yeah,
there around the 3 point line shooting threes and not.
Good
You know,
point, Wilson. Good point. Damn
so
good point.
it's
Small
just
lineup would work even better with Cat for sure. Yeah.
um
Um, but you know,
and somebody please
but you
guard
know
Jaden
the
McDaniels.
happiest guy in the world, other than Vito Hill, that the Lakers are losing is Nico Harrison, because
yeah
he would love nothing more than for the Lakers to lose in 5. If there's
he's, he's
anyone, it would be
he's
him.
finally getting a little break here because with the Lakers being
Yeah,
down 3 games to one.
yeah,
But Luka
yeah,
has played well in the game where he had a couple of not just he was bad in game two too, right? Game two and in game three he was sick, but he was good in games one and
Yeah.
four.
People
But
think I'm people think I'm trolling when I say fakers. I'm really not trolling, bro. I got a dude in my group chat. I'm not gonna name his name because I'm not giving you any credit. But just understand, like he's the hater. This guy is the one that's like coming in a group chat every day talking about, oh, give me to Timberwolves -6, knowing damn well if the Lakers are favored by 6. It's just like he's the hater. He's the one that's really like oh my goodness. I don't hate the Lakers, bro. It's just that I'm very tough on them because, you know, I just the standard that Jason holds them to. That's how I am with them. But yeah, I hate to see him like this, bro. I don't, because it's not making any sense. We shouldn't be down 3-1,
They
but I
really shouldn't.
understand why. But it's just like, dude,
yeah.
man,
There
I
was not.
mean,
I mean, the
they're a fluctuating team. Like they'll lose 3 in a row, they'll win 5 in a row. They'll lose 4 in a row, they'll win 8 in a row.
yeah.
So they could.
The problem
If,
was. Oh, sorry.
I was like, any team that
No,
can
it's
get
okay.
out of
Cut
this
him
is
off.
them.
No, it's okay. You can cut him off. Do it.
he
Like,
said,
What were you
cut
gonna
him
say,
off.
Galvez?
if there any
What were you gonna
team
say,
that can get out of
Galvez?
this is them. Like they
No,
could
what were you
they
gonna
could
say?
win
You're gonna say
they could
something, right,
win this
Galvez?
game.
I
They
thought you
could
were
win
about
this
to say
game and
something.
go back and win 4 in a row. Like, everybody gonna be surprised they win 4 in a row after this.
Uh-huh. What were you
I would
saying, Galvez?
is there wait is there anybody who I'm sorry guys is there anybody who doesn't think that the Timberwolves are the better team?
Not the better team.
You don't think so?
They
You
might be
No,
a
definitely
deeper team, but
they
not a better.
it's just a physical team. The physicality is weighing on them.
Okay, so when you say better, they don't have the better players, no, but are they constructed better? Hell yeah, they are.
yeah I think they have six of the best 9 or six of the best 10 players. So we have uh, LeBron, AD. I mean LeBron, Luca, and Austin. Obviously, Roy's
Hey,
just
wait, Wilson. Before Luca gets here, we're like the more mature Timberwolves.
yeah. It's a better matchup for us.
No, I'm saying we're a more mature We
Yeah,
literally
more.
match up so well if we had the same roster constructed a few months back. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, dude, now the matchups are nigga. Let's get it on now. You get me? Because y'all can't guard us, we can't guard y'all. It's gonna come down to who got the ball last. That type of shit, man. So, yeah. Constructive, constructed right now. They are the better constructed roster than we are. It's
because we got three
I wouldn't
guys.
say that either.
We got three guys who can create their own shot and shots for others. But they got more guys who can, like, I mean, you got Ant, got Julius, you got Nas Reed. McDaniels had 30 points in game three. He was getting it. He was living in the paint like, bro, like D Wade in
20,
'06 or something.
20, 20
Yeah.
offensive boards, 20 offensive boards.
I mean,
But
so
but
yeah,
Got a
but
got a gang rebound.
but Wilson,
right.
Wilson, you want to know what made the Lakers so special earlier on in the season is what the Timberwolves excel in now, and that is you score off of defense, brother. Defense makes points. It just does. It does. And that's how the Lakers got a lot of their points was off of defense early on in the season. Literally, the Timberwolves are using that same replica, bro. Defense scores points, bro.
Jackson Hayes was a big part of that. That's the
And,
problem.
and, and and that's Jackson Hayes. You guys mentioned him, like, and he caught a lob for a dunk.
I miss him,
Remember,
dude.
remember that stretch he had during the regular season where he was getting like he had 19 points and he was having these good games. That just ceased once the playoffs started. What happened to that? You
Well,
know,
he's not getting the minutes,
but
and his
why though?
foul trouble doesn't help.
He don't trust him.
But you
He had
could put
two
it. But
fouls.
he only
He had
played
And
two
two
fouls
games.
for
Gobert's
the
a
first
tougher
3 minutes.
matchup for him. I like his ass. Gobert's a tougher matchup for him.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
he's better
Oh,
than
Bears.
he's.
Right.
But he's better than what they're putting like size wise.
Yeah, but in terms of size and physicality, like he
Yeah.
too weak for
But
Gobert.
if you're only gonna play him 4 minutes and two fouls, might as well throw his ass out there and
Let him
do
use
some
all
hard
6.
fouls.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
use
and,
Yeah,
all
and see the
six.
thing about it is
good
that
point.
both teams, right? Neither team has changed what they do to adapt to what the other team does. So Minnesota, like Rudy, even though he's not contributing the box score, he's still getting 25 minutes a game. And when he's out there, just because of his size, he makes a difference. And the Lakers just going completely small, which is what they like to do. But I want to see now in Game 5, is JJ finally going to give Jackson those regular season minutes like he was getting, or at least try to if he doesn't get in foul trouble, and try to get him some easy points under the basket when Luka was throwing him those lobs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because
Hey,
really, we
Luka.
Hey,
haven't
Wilson.
made it. We haven't
Do
made
you
any
think
adjustments yet,
do you think he's
and we're down
overthinking
to
it though?
one. Huh?
Do you think he's over JJ's trying to be too smart? He's trying to overthink the room.
Could be,
No,
but
Mm-mm.
no. It could come down.
No,
It could really go down
no.
he
to
might
what
be
who the.
underthinking it.
Hey,
Because
no, look at the. But wait a minute, Wilson. At the end of the day, yes, JJ's this great, you know, thinker and great coach, communicator. But how do you guys not know that LeBron is still not in that damn, kind of huddle in prime time? Like, nah, JJ, we're gonna do this. It may not look like it, but I don't know. It just still seems like LeBron has his hands in every other call. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reaching. Maybe I'm reaching, but uh,
Well, for me,
what hold on, Shay, my fault. The point I wanted to say that you made, Wilson, that really it hit the nail, bro. Not all teams in the playoffs are pretty much not all teams constructive now can adapt to the Lakers. And the Timberwolves are showing, like you say, Wilson, they're adapting to our scheme. They're adapting to what makes us successful. You know what I'm saying? And they're reacting to it. That was the difference when Luca came. Was these teams can't react. They don't know what to do with us. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But the fact that you brought that out, that is a great point because it seems like the Timberwolves are fucking combating what we're doing.
I like what Rich Jefferson said that the team that loses has the advantage because they have to adjust, and then the other team has to adjust to what they're doing on the fly. But I just
Right.
kind of like that Minnesota, instead of Minnesota, like the expectation I think was that Rudy would just get played off the floor, but he kind of hasn't. Like and, and and I just like that
Right. Right.
they stuck to their guns. But I think we now at this point down 3-1, we have to make an adjustment. Um, let's transition, I guess. Well, okay, let's just say, okay, did we win Game 5?
Yes.
I'm
We
not
Yeah.
so
win
sure,
game
man.
five in a. Do we win game six in what kind of set? Waiting for game five. Are we playing half court? Are we playing transition? Are we crashing boards? Like what do we need to do to win? Is what I'm saying, bro.
No, actually, let me tell you. No, look, I know.
Make shots.
I think they win. I think they win
You
Game
got to
Five. Like
you need more movement on offense. Like
Mi-
the
Minnesota
main
But
thing that keep
movement in what sets, Shane? Half court sets or transition? What
half
type
court
of
set,
movement?
like half court
Because
set, it's too much. It's too much ISO ball. It's too much my turn, your turn when it comes to the big three.
oh, oh,
Like they were
okay, but then
successful. They're successful where they're running staggered picks, where they coming off pick, coming off back screens, and Austin running it, and then Luca's cutting, vice versa, and you setting people up with threes. Like the major
right.
flaw, as good as JJ Redick's been, the major flaw I see keep popping up. Like first press conference, like when I see the film and I saw what they did last year, it was too much one-on-one ball. We're gonna have more ball movement. We're gonna have more cutting, more player movement. But as the season goes on, it's just more and more ISO ball, more and more ISO ball. That becomes predictable, especially like in the last
Well,
seconds of the game, and you want
you
to
got
just get the
Luca.
ball to
What you
yeah,
think?
LeBron and get
exactly.
out
That's
the
exactly what
way.
I was gonna
Like
say.
that's too predictable.
When Luca gets here, that changed everything because that's what Luca does is hold the ball and go 1-on-1.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
to combat that.
I think they win Game 5 just because I feel Lakers win Game 5 just because Minnesota has to come down from this high. How can Minnesota play 3 straight games with that level of intensity like that, bro? They gotta come down a bit, and hopefully Lakers can just get an easy one in Game 5 and then in
I
Game
mean, they
6.
could have won the last two if you execute down the stretch. Like if
Right,
you
but
don't
they have
make
not
silly ass
executed down the.
turnovers,
They don't execute down the stretch in the LeBron era in the
And
playoffs. As
we're
I said
supposed to
at the
be the
beginning,
older
But
team,
wait,
older, more
but
mature team.
wait. Okay,
right?
but
You got
hold on. To
LeBron
be
Joker who
fair,
can't close the game.
but Wilson, to be fair, I'll tell you where it's where we lose, and the reason why we lose and it's easy to say, yeah, Edwards, but one thing that I seen what I heard that JJ was saying in one of the press conferences was we have to shrink the floor with the when Edwards has the ball in his hands, we have to shrink the floor. But shrinking the floor, this guy, he can beat you when you shrink the floor, and he can beat you when you spread the floor. So it's like, well, damn, it's really not the offense that's killing us. It's can we stop them? And when it what is it? Do we need to spread it on defense, or do we need to shrink the court on defense to beat them?
I
yeah,
don't know.
shrink it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what we
As
can
long
do.
as the
Yeah,
Lakers
but look
don't
what he's doing. Look what he's doing when you're trying to shrink it. He's going to
You
work.
gotta live with that. You gotta live with Ant getting his, but you gotta eliminate the others. That's
yeah,
the problem. Like you can't let
Jaden McDaniels can't
McDaniel go
have
off for
30.
30 and then let Nas Reed still kill you.
Yeah. As long as the Lakers don't get down early and they get desperate and then try to play hero ball, they should be fine. Because then, I mean, Staple crowd, they're notorious for you get down early, you don't make a run, crowd's out of it. Next thing you know, it's what happened in game one. They got outplayed very early and the Lakers never got back into it. So that's the you know And
All right.
if like Mitch said earlier, if the Lakers just hit a couple shots, it changes the complete game. We're not talking about small balls not working, you know, subs this, subs that. Was not. I mean, it just comes down to if you make the open shots, you're gonna win the game. And the
And also
Lakers
got a
turn the ball
clean
over
look
too much.
that last shot.
And they gotta stop turning the ball over too much.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
look.
Oh gosh,
Crazy
yeah.
turnover.
Listen. We gotta move on to the draft and Shedeur Sanders falling to the fifth round. That was the biggest story of the weekend, really. And it was like when we lost game three, the slander was kind of at a minimum, was under control because on social media, because everybody was just talking about why hasn't Shedeur Sanders been drafted yet, right? And so basically, he finally got drafted in the fifth round by the Browns. Does anybody have anything that they like to say about that, like, and what the experience was like? If you guys were following the draft or whatever.
I know that the
It was
Browns
crazy.
are idiots. Browns are idiots because they could have had both of them, both the kids. So that's all I want to say. Uh, Continue to be idiots, Cleveland. Uh, you guys could have had. Well, no, not Cleveland as a state, but as an organization, you guys could have had both Sanders and the number two pick, who y'all
Travis Hunter.
traded, and gave to the Jags for free. So, hey, this is the reason why you're lucky to have dedicated players like what's his name? Why do I'm so
Miles,
bad with
Miles
names?
Garrett.
Miles Garrett. You're lucky to have dedicated guys like him who want to stay. You know what I'm saying? Because damn, do you know how to run cattle off the farm? Jesus Christ. What kind of dumbass fucking move was that? They claimed that they were going to get more players for the position. Well, who the hell? Travis, he's two players in one. So where the fuck is the logic in that? Where the hell was you gonna get more players than Travis Hunter when this motherfucker plays both sides of the ball? You fucking idiots. That's all I wanted to say, man.
And they drafted Gabriel ahead of him. Like, why would you
Bro,
do
That was really stupid.
but
You
Galvez,
got five quarterbacks.
Galvez, he's two players in one. Yet the
No, I
Browns
get it.
said they were gonna. No, the Browns said they were gonna get more players at need, but you've got an all-star at cornerback and an all-star at receiver in one player, bruh. Where's the
But
logic, Cleveland?
I think the
Mm.
bigger question is what the hell happened to Shador? Like, was it? I mean, because you hear the stories. Did he botch the interviews? Were they sticking it to Deion? I mean, who knows,
Can I
man?
answer that? That goes down to how powerful the players' union is for the NBA and how soft the players' union is for the NFL. That's literally what it comes down to. It because you've got somebody that at a stature like LeBron James who,
Hmm.
yeah, you don't want to say the NBA, I mean, the player is bigger than the league. But damn it, LeBron has that stature of, yes, he is bigger than the fucking league. That's the reason why he's able to fucking make power moves. And you look at the players organization in the NBA, that players union is a motherfucker, man. So that just goes, you got to give that credit. I'm sorry, but the NFL's ran like a slave plantation, dude. It really is. The players have no power. So when the fuck was you ever going to get Deion in a position where he's bigger than the league and he can make a power move like that? Nigga, the league, no, they're going to come together and they're going to show you you're not bigger than us. So that's what it really came down to. If the players union to me what was that powerful, then Deion would have been able to I think he would have been able to maneuver that. But that's just my opinion.
Is that all?
I
All
think it's
right.
crazy. Like Deion's former team, the son prank called Shedeur off some bullshit for kicks and giggles. quarterback in top 5 in all college football ratings. Got to sit there for to the 5th round to get picked and go to a team that got 5 QBs.
Right.
Well, you could have had him in the 2nd and 3rd round. So, and then you want to come talk about, oh, he sabotaged the interview. Like, bro, you really think Deion gonna let a child of his tarnish his name by quote unquote sabotaging the interview? Like, why would he? Talking about Shedeur, why would he sit there for 4 rounds when you know you should have got picked higher and say something like "God don't make mistakes" and then go to an interview and fuck it up? That's not his MO. Like
Um,
they've been trained from birth to carry themselves a certain way because that's prime. That's a Hall of Fame player who's been in the NFL Network, who who won championships for Jackson State, who turned a whole football program around in Colorado. They won one game when they arrived. One game. Now you got 8 players there in the NFL. But you want to sit there and bash him because he's being a father? Like, you can't call black fathers deadbeats and overbearing at the same time. Like, pick one.
Yeah. It was like LeVar. Remember when LeVar got all like they were talking shit about LeVar, and then
But see,
it
that's the
wasn't
players'
until
union. That's
it
the
wasn't
players.
until it wasn't until Jello really made it when they were like, "Oh, his sons went 3 for 3. He's a great dad," and
But even then, all 3 of them are millionaires now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got both his sons in the NFL. So it's like, I said, you
Nah,
can't.
but at the same time, when I learned that he didn't look so was this interview process squeaky clean for Shedeur? Hell no. Hell no, it wasn't. Because damn it, why the fuck wasn't you at Pro Day? Why wasn't you at the combine? Not that other players or other QBs haven't gone that route and still got drafted, but
So yeah,
I wish he would have just went. I wish he would have went to the combine. I wish he
I,
would have did
I
those
don't know.
type of things. I do.
I
I
don't know
just
about
wish
the
he did. I
combine,
wish he
but
did. Pro day at least. Pro
I
Combine,
day
mean,
at
no
least, bro.
combine.
I thought he did his pro day
Shit.
though. I thought he
he
did his
did the
pro
pro
day.
day, and he looked not very good. He missed on like a bunch of throws, but
I,
it was just the pro day. Like, but at the end of the day, look, the NFL
okay, not the pro day then. The workout. What was it? The work. What did he miss? He missed the combine, correct?
He didn't do the he didn't throw at the combine.
He did. That's what I'm saying. He didn't throw at the combine,
But I
bro.
mean,
That's
a
that's
lot of
that's
quarterbacks don't throw at the combine though.
no, because they don't
okay.
throw to their receivers. They don't, they
Yeah,
don't got.
it's just,
So his pro day was horrible.
Wasn't horrible, but he did miss on a lot of throws. But
I don't know.
Oh,
But I heard a report where in his Giants interview, they gave him, I guess, stuff to look at, and he came in unprepared, and then I guess Brian Daboll called him out for it. Um,
well,
so I
and he
don't
didn't
know,
like it.
and he didn't like it. No,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
But these are just reports, so
Picking.
who
These are
knows?
just reports. This is just
Yeah. But at the end
That
of the
shit was all
day, I think
about being jealous of Deion. That's all that shit was.
most NFL owners are old white racist dudes who they don't care what you look like or how you are, as long as you're not the quarterback. If you're the quarterback, you're the face of the franchise. They want you to be squeaky clean. They're saying that's why Lamar fell off the first round. That's why these other quarterbacks, So I hate, it sucks, but hey, it's their
yeah.
league. They,
Fifth round is
Just
crazy.
ball out now. At this point.
crazy.
that,
Let's just say that report is true. Fifth round is still crazy. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for his, for his talent, in the 5th round. It's
Yeah.
just that's absolutely wild. And
It
to
just
go
sucks
back
for
to
him.
the,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say to go back to the prank. He wasn't the only one that got pranked. By the way, like there were other players that got pranked as well, which I don't understand how that's funny. Like I don't.
Nah.
It's not funny at all.
I'll say this: the one good thing about it is that even though they got 5 quarterbacks, none of them are particularly good. So
No.
None of them
it,
what?
it, none of them are really that. I mean, there's an old Joe Flacco. Kenny Pickett were any good. He would still be with the Steelers. Deshaun is just, I don't know. I mean, Deshaun
I
has
mean,
all types
Deshaun's
of,
also hurt, so
yeah.
they
Yeah.
really
And
have
then,
4.
right. And
And
then you have,
and they want nothing to do with him, but he got a guaranteed contract, so they have no choice but to keep him.
Yeah.
and then they have Dylan Gabriel, who's 5'11". So basically, if Joe Flacco doesn't come out and play like he did 2 years ago when he led them to the playoffs, there's a chance Shedeur could start games for them at some point next year. Because the quarterback room, even though there's a lot of people in them, none of them are that good, really.
Yeah. I
So,
mean,
but I wanted
But
to
it's
say
gonna be like a real quick. It's gonna be like a tug of war because you're gonna have the NFL guys hoping Shador fails because then it's gonna be like we were right about him. Y'all were calling us this, and that. But then on the other hand, if he lights up the league, I mean, how stupid are the NFL and the executives gonna look? So it's really like a tug of war right now.
it's a great storyline too. It's just to see how he turns out because it would be so much more fun if he's good. You know.
oh, for
Um,
sure.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
The
Let's
offensive line gonna be tricky though, because he was like most hit quarterback in college, and he took some hard hits. So hopefully they fix that shit, because
all right. Let's
that could
let's
take him out a little early.
please let's move on to Sinners. Gals, have you seen Sinners?
I have
I
not.
wasn't gonna watch that shit, man. That's not Gallus' cup of tea. Gallus is
Nah,
not,
honestly,
brother.
I thought it was on streaming. I was gonna like sit back and watch it, but I guess
Gallus
it's
talking like he
streaming
thought it
now.
was
I
on
mean, he
streaming.
probably can't watch if you got Fire Stick.
It's not on streaming yet. They still trying to make as much money as they can make at the box office, so they can break even.
All movies
Um,
can be get on Fire
They
Stick
didn't
though.
break even. There was a record low drop off from weekend 1 to weekend 2.
I think I have 141 million now.
98% on Rotten Tomatoes though.
Well, it was
well,
100, but
do you guys have Do you guys have your reviews? Like, can you guys offer some reviews for the listeners? Spoiler alerts ahead, perhaps.
10 out of 10, no notes. Um, shoot. I don't know his real name, but the kid who plays Preacher Boy, I mean, man, what a performance by that guy, you know. And I'm pretty sure this is like his first role.
first ever movie.
So, man, um, wow, was an amazing performance by him.
And he had to learn to play guitar. He didn't know how to play guitar at first.
Mm. Michael B. Jordan, I mean, yeah, he really, yeah, you're really able to, you're really able to tell that, it was two separate twins. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Michael B. Jordan. He did his thing. Not surprising. Haley Steinfeld, man. I mean, my goodness, she also had a great. I thought she was really good in it as well. So, the whole man. So many like nuances in that movie. It's not just spoiler alert. It's not just like a vampire movie. You know what I mean? It's not your typical vampire movie either. So yeah, listen,
Yeah.
10 out of 10, no notes.
Well,
Amazing movie. I want to. It's so good. I actually want to go see it in theaters again. Like
A
nice.
lot of
it's
people
that
seen
good.
it twice.
Okay, so you guys are obviously history buffs. with Leo, De Niro, Pacino, that all these guys are getting way older. Michael B. Jordan's got to be that dude, right? Where he's gonna command the big salaries now.
I think, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think he's one of them, right? You know, when you talk about like the new crop of like A-listers, I think it's Michael B. Jordan. I think Timothy Chalamet is on the come up. Shit, who knows, man? Maybe with this performance, you know, Haley Steinfeld, you know, put her name in that. You know what I mean? For the females.
It's
Uh,
just sad we don't got those. We don't have those true actors that like I said, like De Niro, Pacino, Denzel, Leo, Tom Hanks, I mean, those days are gone, man.
Galvin, remember you said that you interacted with Michael B. Jordan at your old job, right? And he was like a very down to earth guy. Didn't you say that?
Oh yeah, yeah. He was. I think. I think this was right around the time he did the first Rocky or Creed or whatever. So he was already very well established, and I was like,
right.
"Oh shit, is that Michael B. I was like, "No, wait, oh yeah, it is." He couldn't have been a nicer dude. He like just down to earth. So I always like every person that I interact with personally, if they're down to earth, I always personally root for them. But like super chill dude.
Nice.
Yeah, to piggyback off that, Ryan Coogler said it like when he goes back to his hometown, New Jersey, you'll you'll sit there for an hour, 2 hours, sign everybody's autograph and take pictures. So it's just what it is.
That's how you, bro. That's how you create fans, bro. Like that,
Mm-hmm.
that's how you create lifelong fans that are gonna go support your projects.
And also,
Yeah, right.
shout out to her, the singer. She actually got kid who played Preacher Boy, got him to audition, told him about it, and bring him on board. So that's how he got on. And for those who haven't seen it, um,
Go
gotta admit,
see
even though huh,
it. For those who haven't seen it, go see it.
yeah, that too. But I was gonna say, I'll, check out Ryan Coogler's interview on the Breakfast Club. 'Cause everything he said, how what he envisioned on doing it, he brought back to life, especially for the engine, because that was based on his relationship with his uncle being part of loving the blues, and he was saying like when his uncle passed away, he was listening to a lot of Nipsey and Dolph like back to back, and then they passed away, and he's like, damn, he saw it first cotton field. It was at Mississippi when he went there, and he was like, damn, is there? He was asking his driver like, is there a music genre where for where they can grow old and not die young? Cause you're looking at Nipsey, under 30 died, Dolph gone, and you told him about I forgot the name of it, but it was like something another variation of the blues, and he started studying it, and then in his studies he realized that a lot of the best blues musicians came from fathers who were preachers and pastors who said that was the devil's music. So the whole everything around Sutter is based on that play on blues being the devil's music. So why
I,
don't you check it out?
yeah, I listened to him talk to Mark Maron on Mark Maron's podcast, and my favorite thing about Ryan Coogler is that this was his fifth movie, right? That he's directed. The other ones were it was Fruitvale Station.
Yep.
He did the first Creed.
Yep.
He did
Black Panther.
the two Black Panthers, and now this. So basically, he's 5 for 5, right? And I
Right.
like that he's selective, and that he doesn't just make something just to make it. Everything he makes is a purpose and an intent, and that's why his hit rate is so good because he's about quality over quantity,
And he
right?
Like
makes sure to
Quentin
give Michael B.
Tarantino.
Jordan in all his movies.
Yeah,
So
Michael B. Jordan
that,
has
that
been
doesn't hurt.
was Michael B. Jordan in the second Black Panther?
Yes,
Yeah,
no, yeah,
little,
he
little
was running
cameo,
it.
little
And
cameo.
also
Yeah,
too, the rights to the movie is going all to Ryan Coogler. That's another thing
After
about the movie.
25 years.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
Yeah.
still, he get all the rights. That's why Ice Cube is just now just starting a new Friday because he couldn't have the rights to it.
right. Um, all right. So, I mean, we're out of time. Um, if you have something you'd like to say to an old friend of ours,
Herbert was gonna come on, and he was gonna explain. He was gonna explain in great detail Haley Steinfeld's, heritage to your boy Shane Murray. But unfortunately, the Lakers being down 3-1, derailed us from that. So sorry, Herbert, we ran out of time.
yeah. Sorry, Herbert. And you know
Oh
what,
yeah,
man? Like
tour
always,
season Friday, May 2nd. Hit up my cash up. Hit up my
Anto, wrap it
PayPal.
up.
Show
Wrap
your
it up.
boys some
Hit
love.
the wrap it up button right now. Matter of fact, just end it right here. Boom.
goodbye.